Begin in Sukhasana and then come forward. Let your arms come out in front of you. Let yourself slump forward. Attempts to take out activity in the arms are just there for balance. Recognize your breath. Recognize how your body feels at this moment. Let your exhales let you be a little bit more soft. Start to press your way back up. Keep your head heavy. Come up to the seat and then switch out the cross of your legs. And then forward fold to Sukhasana once more. Notice any differences between one side of the body to the other. Acknowledge similarity. And keeping your head heavy, start to walk your hands back in. Roll yourself up and then roll over onto your hands and knees for tabletop position. Spread your fingertips wide. Make sure your shins are parallel to each other. Sit your hips back to your heels and kind of a modified child's pose. On an inhale, rise to your knees, palms lift up, slight back bend. Exhale, bow back down, modified child's. Inhale, heart forward for your cow pose. Exhale, press up through a cat and shift your hips back to your heels. Again, rise to your knees. Inhale. Exhale, bow, modified child's. Inhale, carry it forward to a cat, and then press up to your cat pose. Shift your hips back towards your heels and then tuck your toes. Lift up and back for a downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Inhale, right leg comes up toward the ceiling. On an exhale, take your knee to your nose, place your foot between your hands toward right thumb, drop your left knee. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, sit low, palms facing toward each other. And breathe on an exhale, take your right hand to the inside of your right foot. Inhale, come back to Anjaneyasana, continue that cycle. Right hand comes behind you to tap the left thigh. Inhale, back up to center, exhale, right hand comes down. Inhale, Anjaney, continue the cycle. Exhale, right hand taps behind you. Inhale, back up toward the ceiling. On an exhale, take your hands down toward the mat. Tuck your back toes, lift up the back knee, step your right foot back to meet the left, plank pose. On an exhale, lower through Chaturanga. On tuck toes, inhale, back bend, upward facing dog. Exhale, lift up and back, downward facing dog. On your next inhale, left leg comes up and back. Exhale, place your foot between your hands toward left thumb. Drop the right knee. Anjaneyasana, arms lift up. Stay here for several breaths. Drop your shoulders away from your ears. On an exhale, left hand to the inside of your left foot. Look up toward right thumb. Inhale, come up to Anjaney. Cycle around. Left hand to tap your back thigh. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, left hand comes down. Inhale, back up toward the ceiling. Exhale, left hand taps behind you again. Inhale, back up. Exhale, plant your hands around your front foot. Tuck your back toes to lift up your back knee, and then step your left foot back to meet your right. Vinyasa. On an exhale, lower to Chaturanga or all the way to your mat. Untuck toes, inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Simply breathe. On your next inhale, right leg lifts up and back. On an exhale, place your foot between your hands toward right thumb. Set up the lower body for warrior 2. And then as you're ready, unravel. Warrior 2 pose. 3 times we'll move from warrior 2 to an exalted triangle. On an inhale, straighten front leg, right arm lifts up. Exhale, lower warrior 2. Twice more. Straighten the front leg, turn the toes in, keeping your arms out wide. Inhale, lift up through your chest. Exhale, hinge forward for a wide-legged fold. Breath in, half lift. Exhale, deepen the fold, send the weight more into the balls of your feet. 3 breaths. Inhale, lift up halfway, and take a skandasana over to the right. So turn your right toes out, left toes come up, and then send your hips over to your right heel. Bring hands to your heart center if you would like. Breathe. Drop your hands down to the mat. Start to straighten up. You're going to cycle back to the front of the mat. So you're in a low lunge, but you've got your right foot to the outside. So you're coming up for a lizard pose. Left knee up or down. Inhale, reach your heart forward. On an exhale, start to lower your forearms or just bend your elbows a bit. Right toes can be pointed out slightly. And just so slightly pull your right knee in towards your right shoulder. Start to press back up into your hands. Re-walk the right foot in, so your foot is to the inside of both of your hands. Keep your left heel spiked up, straighten the front leg, or let it come a little bit straighter. We're gonna take a modified pyramid pose. So pull your right hip back, reach your heart forward, and then on an exhale, start to reach your chin towards your shin. Inhale, lift up halfway. Take your right hand to your right hip crease, place your left hand down to the mat or to a block. Start to tilt your right shoulder, so to stack over the left, look up toward the ceiling. And if you like, unfurl right fingertips, look up toward your right thumb. Next exhale, take your hand down to the mat. Bend into the left knee, so you're in a low lunge. Step your right foot back to meet your left, vinyasa if you'd like it. When you're ready again, your inhale, left leg comes up and back. Exhale, place your foot between your hands towards your left thumb. Find warrior two with your legs first. Keep your hips low, and then unravel into your warrior two pose. 3 times, we'll move to an exalted triangle. Flip your left palm up, straighten the left leg, inhale. Exhale, warrior two, get low. Twice more. Make sure you're letting your left thigh really descend. And make sure you're pressing to the outer edge of your right foot. Making sure that you've got lots of responsibility through the right leg as much as the left. Straighten your left leg, turn your left toes in. Keep your arms out wide. Inhale, lift up, create space. Exhale, hinge forward. Using that space, let your hands drop whenever they do. Shift the weight to the balls of your feet. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, come forward, 3 breaths. Lift up on your kneecaps. Inhale, up again. We're going to take Skandasana to the left. So left toes come out, right toes come up and out. Send your hips down towards your left heel. And if you'd like, bring your hands into your heart center. Okay, drop your hands down to the mat. Find your stability, placing right foot back onto the mat. You're going to cycle back to the front so that you're in a low lunge, but your left foot is to the outside. So you're setting up for lizard pose once again. Choose a similar variation to the side before, whether your knee was up or down. Shoulder blades back, look forward. And then on an exhale, start to deepen the pose. Left toe slightly out to the left. Left knee drawing in. Breathe. Come back up to your palms if you took that lower version. And then you're going to walk your left foot in. So you're in a regular low lunge here. Start to straighten both legs. You're going to keep your right heel spiked up. We're going to take a modified pyramid pose. Left hip draws back. Inhale, reach your heart forward. Exhale, chin towards your shin. Scissor your thighs together here. Lift up on your kneecaps. Shrug your shoulders away from you. And then inhale, lift up halfway. More weight to your right palm. Make sure that your wrist is about below your shoulder. Take your left hand to your left hip crease and start to draw your left hip back, stacking left shoulder over right. Right rib cage is drawing upward. Look up to the ceiling. And then if you like, left fingertips come up. Modified revolved triangle. Send your gaze back down. Take your hand down. Rebend into the front knee. Step your left foot back to meet your right. Vinyasa if you would like to take it. Three breaths in your downward facing dog whenever you get there. And then take your knees to your mat. Come back onto your bum. Keep your right knee out in front of you and place your left foot to the outside of your right knee. If this is uncomfortable, then you're going to extend your bottom leg as well. Take your left hand behind you, lean back slightly. Inhale, right arm up, twist your belly. Take your elbow to the outside of your thigh or wrap your arm around it. Send your weight equally between both of your hips. Maybe send your gaze beyond your left shoulder. On an exhale, take your gaze back to the front. Unravel, take a counter twist over to the right. Let your head drop. Come right back up and then switch out your legs. So the bottom knee is facing forward. Your right foot is to the outside of the knee. And again, maybe extend the bottom leg. Right hand comes back, lean back, give yourself space. Inhale your arm toward the ceiling, twist it, your belly, twist all the way, elbow to the outside or to wrap around your shin. Shift the weight also to the left hip, look beyond your right shoulder. Press away with everything that's touching the mat and also really press down with that right foot. On an exhale, take your gaze back to center. Unravel, counter twist to the other side. Press your way back up. Uncross your legs. Scooch in just a little bit so you can come all the way down onto your back. Bring your arms out alongside you. And then slowly, slowly, you're gonna lay all the way down to your mat. All right, walk your feet in a little bit closer to you. Bring your arms alongside your body. Shrug your shoulders underneath you so you have a really firm foundation. Bridge flow. Inhale, lift up your hips, lift up your arms, backs of hands to tap behind you. Maybe lift up your heels as well. Exhale, wave it all the way back down, accentuating every curve. Hands tap down. Inhale, lift up hips, lift up heels. Exhale, take it all back down. One more time on your own. Extend your left leg out long, pull your right knee into your chest, and take a supine twist, draw the knee across your body. Adjust your shoulders as you need, and then send your gaze over to the right side, eyes opened with a soft gaze, or allow your eyelids to close. On your exhale, take head and knee back to center. Extend right leg out, pull your left knee in, and then same but different. Draw your knee across the body, adjust as you need. Gaze out toward the left, soft gaze or closed eyes. On your exhale, take head and knee back to center. Pull both knees in towards your chest, take your hands to your shins, the tops of your knees, bring your forehead up towards your knees. And then on an exhale, release your legs out in front of you, your feet pointed more towards the corners of your yoga mat, your arms lift further away from you, palms up. Let your feet get soft, flop to the sides. Into your savasana pose, start to drop your kneecaps. Let your calves, thighs, and belly be heavy. Allow your breath to be soft. Release tension in your shoulders, your upper arms. Really release that activity. The ground is there to support you. Let your fingertips regain their natural curvature. Find some softness through your throat. Separate your bottom jaw from the top jaw and drop your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Feel your hollow cheeks. Heavy eyes behind closed eyelids and a smooth forehead. Take a deeper, fuller breath in. Exhale, let go. Now your next in, draw in once again, offering yourself full acceptance. And exhale, release that out. Start to invite some movement back into your body. When you're ready, roll over onto your right side. Stay here for several moments. And with your eyes closed, or with a very soft gaze, make your way to a seated posture for a brief reflection meditation. On an inhale, reach your arms out and up, palms press above you. And on an exhale, take your thumbs to the space between your eyebrows for clarity of thought, to your lips for clarity of speech, and then to your heart for clarity of action. Bow your head to your heart, symbol of honor and of gratitude and of humility. Thank you so much for sharing this time with me. Thank you for sharing your practice. In the name of the highest good, namaste.